I have learnt many things from Krishnamacharya and Desikachar, and also from Menaka Madam, Menaka Desikachar. That's going on for a many years. One correction what Kausthub made is, I know him for the last 39 years. It is not 30 years, 39 years, nearly 40 years. And one of the things I learned from the great sage is that from Veda, let noble thoughts come to us from every side. And interestingly, he told me at that time, say about 300 BC, there was no religion on this earth. And some people think Vedas are about Hindu philosophy, dharma. No. It was a realistic life of how the Indians lived on that time in the Sindh bank, the banks of Sindh. And so this fits very well. For the last 20-25 years, I am using that everywhere. And this is really a good message for all of us. It should, now today I am speaking, something you should get, I must gain something from you also. That's what it is. When we talk about something yoga, I always associate that with Himalayas and Manasarovar, the Great Lake. And Krishnamacharya used to tell, there are some caves nearby, they live there and they used to have bath every day in that climate in the cold water in Manasarovar Lake. All our learning, probably my learning, probably Kausthub learning, it has come from Himalayas, because Krishnamacharya learnt everything there for about 7 or 9 years, and we have learnt it from there. I always think how that people from Israel, they have reverence for Mount Sinai, we have reverence for these Himalayas, because it gives so many things, and one among the many gifts what it gives is yoga to the people. And I am very proud that we are all assembled here. Yoga means bringing two things together. We are together today. This is yoga. This is what Desikachar used to tell. And finally, I would like to say, repeat this again. All of you should buy a book on religiousness in yoga, read it, then you are a full person. If you read that book, this is my opinion, and many people opine the same way, and religiousness in yoga, it's a marvelous book. Living with the Himalayan masters, we read about many things about the Himalayan masters, but I personally believe I have lived with the Himalayan master Krishnamacharya. That's true. No second opinion about that. That's what that's something, and we have written little about Krishnamacharya, but we can write so much about him. This I deliberately put this slide. Are you familiar with this book? Some of you? No one is familiar. Jesus lived in India. Anyone from Germany here? Yes. A German scholar has written, he researched for 25 years and said Jesus lived in India. And many things, to cut the big, nice book, and it's available everywhere. Even it is now available in the regional language Tamil. And finally, controversial, you need not believe, but I am happy about that. He survived the crucifixion came back to India and settled down in Kashmir, Himalayas, again. Right? It's great. Whether it is true or not, I am very happy. Jesus Christ lived in India. I am proud of that. I am happy about that. Many times happy, because the whole world, Christian religion is the religion. Right? The master lived in India like Himalayan master. We are very happy. Even if the theory is disproved, we would like to always say, yes, Jesus lived in India. We are proud of that. And he has given lot of documentary proofs for that, and maybe that's a different topic. But with this Himalayan master only, we learnt. There is no difference between Krishnamacharya and Desikachar for me. I was doing my studies in the University of Minnesota, very warm place in United States. Minnesota? No. And I was there for about 7 years. Took my master's, my PhD, all I did there. I worked for the state government for some time. Then, there, all the time, people will ask me, can you teach us some yoga? As if all the Indians know yoga. I do not know anything. So, but we know by books we read, Patanjali, many people, many common man who is in yoga always talks about Patanjali created yoga. No way. Patanjali codified, classified. That's all. But a marvelous work. Our Vedas were jumbled, and the so-called bad man, Ravana, classified that and composed music for Samavedam. It's a fact. It's a fact. Like that, Patanjali codified that, classified that, and gave it to us for better understanding. That is about 500 BC. There are a lot of controversy. In India, the dates are a lot of controversies. Then you read Patanjali in the north, in the Himalayas. There was a person by name Nada Muni who was living down south in a place called Alvar Tirunagari, near Alvar Tirunagari. And it is true, Kausthub is descendant of Nada Muni. You cannot deny that. It's the truth. Nada Muni wrote or gave the book Yoga Rahasya, The Secrets of Yoga. And the book was lost. But Krishnamacharya one day sat and started dictating that book. And in few places, as a person, I must tell you, all through my life, I will spend my life only in research. In certain places, we know Krishnamacharya's words, and 95% it is Nada Muni's words. Because as a psychologist, I can tell, if there is a gap, the brain will try to fill that gap, if there is a gap. So, that kind of 5% contribution, again from a great sage, Krishnamacharya, and the book Yoga Rahasya. Then, from Nada Muni, we just have Krishnamacharya, Desikachar, now Kausthub, the lineage. You see that. So, after leaving United States I came back and I thought I must definitely read and do something in yoga. I was searching for a teacher. That's what, searching for a good teacher. One of my colleagues introduced that Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, but before that, I went to many yoga centers in Chennai. I don't want to name all those things. Oh, you wanted to work with mental retardation, intellectual disability? Oh, bring them, we'll make them all right. I know they cannot do that. They cannot do that. I'm sorry to say that this is the first time I'm going to tell you, yes, to some extent I'm an authority in mental retardation. I know they cannot do that. So I didn't believe that. So I was searching. Finally, my colleague, one of the psychologists, brought me and introduced me to Desikachar. And he was hearing patiently for a long time and said, we do not know anything about your client, mental retardation. We know a little bit of yoga. We will teach you, use it, tell us whether it is effective or not. I thought, he is the right teacher. When I say this, I get goosebumps. I really become emotional. And such a great man, such a great man. And he said, we will work. Immediately we started the work. Really, that's in my life, that is the turning point. And in the services for the mentally handicapped, or now the Americans call intellectual and developmental disability. In India still we call that mental retardation. I thought I will show you Patanjali, Nadamuni, Krishnamacharya, Desikachar, and when the challenge was thrown among the students of Mandiram, Anantanarayanan, one of the teachers, Sri Ram said, no, we cannot do anything with the mentally handicapped. Anantanarayanan said, we can try. So Desikachar sent these two. All the three used to come to our center, and every Saturday they will come, and they started helping us to understand really. Next one. You know these three people? Desikachar, Sri Kausthub ji, and Menaka Madam. Right? This is the lineage we get from Patanjali, Nadamuni, Krishnamacharya, Desikachar, and when I first met Menaka Madam, she will not come out. She will not come out. She will just sit little away from the people. Then I told, Madam, this is all when we were children. Now you have to come and tell us, help us. She helped us a lot. Marvelous person, really a marvelous person. Next one, please, next one. Yeah. This is what I thought I must give you the information. 1977, we have decided that we must have a control study whether yoga is effective or not among the children with mental retardation. Guys, stick behind it. And we have decided. Then we really worked out a good research design and started working on that. I must tell you, that's the first time in the world someone is trying to do some experiment and find out whether it is effective or not. We are very open. If it is not effective, we will say not effective. And in addition to that, then how to make it effective. These are some of the concerns we had. and we were working on that. Next one, ma. Yes. We gave the proposal and everything was given to us by Yoga Mandiram. Next one, ma. Yes. This all of you will know. All of you will know the definition for yoga. Bringing two things together to meet, to unite. Right? My hypothesis, persons with mental retardation, the brain and the body is not cooperating. It is not function in unison. It is not together. So, if the definition of our people experimented and practiced it for 5,000 years in India, they say it will bring two things together, then for the persons with mental retardation, the body and mind should come together. Right? It's a hypothesis for us to test. Then, causing the movements of the mind come together. Yes, our children distracted due to many factors, genetic factor, epilepsy, or many things, many things, the mind is distracted. And if our sages and our ancestry tried that for 5 years, and if they had come out with a statement like this, I want to believe that. But even now, I would like to test that. It's a modern science, we would like to test that and find out whether it is working or not. Then, enabling one to achieve to one's potential. This is what the whole world is trying to bring. What is the real potential in a person with mental handicap, mental retardation? How to bring out the potential? If that statement is true, then whatever in this person with mental retardation, if they do yoga, it should come out. This is our hypothesis. On that basis, we tried. Next one. Yes. Then there was a problem. As I told you, the first two teachers, no, we cannot teach the mentally handicapped. It's not possible. Yoga teacher, we can teach, but handling with all the problems, we cannot teach. Then what is the solution for that? Then Sir and myself, we all sat together and thought, the special educators who are managing these children in the classroom, if we teach them, they can teach them the children with mental retardation, and we can see the result. That's how we thought we will train them. Definitely the special educators who train, they call special pedagogues, train these people so that we can see whether it is effective or not. With the hope, if it is effective, then it will be useful for many people all over the world. Next one, please, ma. Next one. Yes. Then, this you have to give some importance here. There are some yoga books, what they have, there are about 268 asanas. Then we start putting together, Sir Desikachar sir, myself and some of the teachers in the Mandiram, we sat together and started, we will teach this. I will say, no, not possible. We'll say, because it's very difficult. It's very difficult. How can they do Mayurasana? How can they do Sirsasana? For example, persons with Down syndrome, the muscles are very flexible. Sometimes, if they stand, This is it's in the book, Sar's book, and the neck is prepared to take the weight of the head, not the trunk. So if you put the Down syndrome child upside down, the head will go inside the body. The muscles are very flexible, very flexible. You can rotate the legs of the Down syndrome girl like this. It's very flexible. So it is very dangerous. They may die. So like that we started removing this, and some of the asanas we tried and we eliminated. We came to 20 asanas only. In addition to that, we also consulted neurologists, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, other people we brought there to our discussion, and we called out and said we reduced it 20. Then even in that we cut 5 and we came to 15. Then we added some more after our experiment. Next one. These are the special educators teaching asanas. Run through the slide, ma. Fast. Children with mental retardation. 1 second. This is Kausthub, one of the favorite student. Kausthub's friend, like that. They used to play together like that in those days. Next one, ma. Yes. Some girl babies with mental retardation, boys. Fast, ma. Right? Next. These are the few asanas we have selected with safety, how we can teach. This is Joseph, that is Kausthub's favorite, and again we will discuss about that after some time. And next one. Next one. Right. Initially we thought these children may have difficulty to sarvanga asana, but the special teachers made them to do sarvangasana. Surprisingly, I never thought. What they did, they made them to stand against the wall, gradually faded the support and made them to stand sarvangasana. You know, there's a school called Yoga International in Belgium. And they have come out with a lot of studies how the blood pressure goes from difference between Sasasana, Sarvangasana, like that. And our children, just like that, they started, to our surprise, they could do that. The special educators to make them to do that, but yet we have prohibited them to do Sirsasana. But we said, yes, you strengthen the neck muscle, then you also teach that later. They have, few of them, they have accomplished that also. Next one. Right. So some of the asanas we made them to do in different places for motor development. Next one, ma'am. Yes. This is what Vijayan, whom you were asking. This is Raju, that is Joseph. I'll take few moments here. Joseph was our experimental student for Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram. We brought them. He cannot squat. He was one of our government minister's son. So when we took him, he can't squat. So when we took him to doctors, oh, minister's son, you can take 1 lakh. We will do a surgery. Then I told them, wait, and brought him to Desikachar. And that day is a remarkable day for me. He made him to lie down on the table and made him to do this exercise. And he said, we can make him to squat partially. That's what he said. That is the wisdom of Desikachar. He will be sitting inside the room, we'll all be sitting outside, another room, and for treatment, many people will come and see, and he will come inside and see, there is Atma patient, there is another patient, he will just see them and come and tell, Desikachar sir will tell, you have a case this, you have a case this, you go. That's the greatest skill Desikachar had. No one can deny that. All of us who worked with him will vouch for that. This boy, Joseph, since he cannot squat, he cannot eliminate in the Indian toilet. He cannot. He will just eliminate both fecal matter and urine in the bed. His grandmother will clean everything and say, no, he has not eliminated, just to protect him. Then, when he came and told, by night toilet train, he had some problem, but not that much problem. So, when Sir said, we will train him, believe me, he was 10.5 that time, 21 days, Sir could make him to squat like that. This picture, with little support in the rear, but he could bend his legs very clearly. Whatever instructions Sir gave it to this madam who is sitting here, and she was training him and reported to Desikachar sir every week, and he will review that. Once this boy started squatting, we told him to use the toilet. He used the toilet, and he came out first day and said, Abada, I could use the toilet. See, that's the greatest achievement I thought in my life. Through yoga, through Sir's help, we have achieved to this boy. And you call him and say that there is a meeting in, no, I will come and say how I was. That kind of thing, this boy has that, and very good and excellent now. And he is in a furniture shop, his brother's furniture shop. Myself and this madam went just to see how he is functioning, and he had a kind of twitch like this always when he was here. When we went, he did like that. And I said, how come you are doing this still? No. In our shop there are some gestures, some kind of indications. If we do like that, get a cup of tea for him. If you do like that, give him a juice. Because I know you don't drink coffee, so I am ordering juice for you. See? Dumped him as a mentally retarded because he could not squat, he was not toilet trained, and he was diagnosed as mentally retarded, and he was in a school for the mentally retarded. And how yoga, Desikachar sir, made him a human being. In his house, he will be locked in a room. The minister's house, many people will come for party and other things, and he will be locked. Since he is locked, if the door is open, he will run to the dining table, take some of the things, and they will call him mad. No, it is not. We are mad. So, one made him to squat, made him a human being. The entire credit to Desikachar sir. And the family always tells, only Sir helped him to be a human being. It's the truth. And another interesting that center, Raju, he was a Marwadi boy who cannot speak the local language, and surprisingly, if some psychology background people will understand, that his IQ was just 50. But we trained him. But such a mischievous boy, don't turn your head right. The teacher will say, immediately, immediately he will turn and come back like that. Such a mischievous boy. And Joseph is married and has a girl baby. And Raju's marriage is not that successful. But his father said, last 6 years, he is making bill in the shop. He has not made a single mistake. In 6 years, imagine that. And he is doing yoga every day. You must remember that. Sir's contribution, definitely no second opinion about that. Like that, many cases we can say these two are really classical cases, and they are marvelous. That improvement is definitely great. There's another picture, I will tell something about that a little later. Next one, ma. Yes. This is Joseph, that is Vivek Kandal, again Raju that side, and this, you see, yes, we made them to do yoga every day, and I will come back to that a little later. And these are our boys who told us, who told the world through us that Desikachar's yoga can make them a human being, and they can be part of the society in doing all the activities of daily living. This is the truth. This is the truth. And the next one. Yes. The greatest problem, I think you all may be knowing this, the greatest problem we had in teaching these children, they may not know. If you say breathe, they may not know what is breathe. They may not know inhale. They may not know exhale. They may not understand. They may not be able to do that. They may not be able to do that. Sir only devised an idea. Why you do all those things? Make them to say ah. Goes out. Inhale takes place automatically. You need not teach them inhale, breath, exhale, but you make them to make a sound ah. Then you make the sound ha. Then you make the sound om. Longer the exhale, longer the inhale. The longer the inhale, more toxin goes out from your body and they become healthy. It's simple. It's very simple. Then a problem came. It is there in India now, everywhere. How can we say Om? I am a Muslim. I am a Christian. Desikachar said, no. You say Amen. You say Amen. You need not say Om. Muslims say Amen. You say that. Amen. You have to exhale more. The more you exhale, you inhale more. Solve the problem. Very simply solve the problem. And if you come to all our schools, many schools, and around 12:30, before their lunch, all the children, mentally handicapped children, will be practicing yoga. You will say aha, om, like that, everywhere. In whole India, you will see that. So, that's what. Sarvangasana possible to be only by later stage, we have done that. This is what. Okay. This is the secret of teaching the persons with mental retardation. Inhale, exhale, make them to long sound. You exhale more, then automatically the air rushes in. over. We have solved the major hurdle. Sir has helped us to do that. Then this is, we have not talked many complicated things. Sukha, sthira, posture, counter posture, adaptations. This is very crucial for us because our children have physical problem, mental problem, health problem. So we have to do you have to adapt the asanas to suit them, to make them to do the asana. That the special educators done lot of things with the approval of Sri Desikachar. Then, of course, rest. And we say in special education, you teach simple to complex. The same thing we have used in this also and started teaching them. Next one. Yes, this I want to share with you. This is the first ever conducted controlled study in the field of mental retardation using yogasana. We have selected 21 special educators. We trained them, their background, what is that, age, education and all. 21 of them, first batch, we have taken them and trained them. After the training, when they achieved this, then we took them to get blessings from Krishnamacharya. We have completed all the training and then we showed and he said, yes, they have done good. They have done a good job. The same time, what we did, we have selected 63 children with mental retardation. 13 dropped, 50 final sample, 36 male, 14 female, age and IQ range, this. We have selected them. We made those 21 teachers, got training and the blessings of also Krishnamacharya made them to train these people. All those adaptations and everything. Next one. Yes. In that, I would like to tell you, among the mentally retarded children, we have Down syndrome, microcephaly, small-headed, hydrocephaly, hyperactivity, obesity. Many of them they had primary complex. Primary complex means it is easily tuberculosis. And poor health, flat feet, knocked knees, tics, cataract, stiff neck, no apparent problems. This is the sample we have selected for the study. Next one. Yes. One person may have more problems. So, no problem for except mental retardation, no problem for 15. One problem 16 people, 2 14, 3 problems 5 people they had. 3 problems means maybe a speech, maybe a motor problem, maybe another intellectual problem or language, something like that. Next one. Next one. Yes. This is the surprise we got. We have been training the teachers. In the teachers, you saw only 4 male, others are lady teachers. And when they practiced yoga first 3 months, then for 3 years they were teaching. We didn't tell anything, what is going to be very effective for you. But the teachers, after some time, they started telling, sir, colds and sinus I relieved, relief from headache, giddiness, blackouts, reduction knee pains, relief pain from the ribs, facial paralysis for a girl, pregnancy, during pregnancy, comfort, relief from peptic ulcer, improvement in appetite, comfort during menstrual cycle. This I would like to underline to you, because one of the student teacher who got the training, she was working in a hospital in a place called Udupi from here. It's in Karnataka. So one day I had to go there, and no rooms for me in the hotel, I could not get it. So I thought I have to go and attend a death thing. I leave the bag in her school in a hospital. I went there. It's 5:30 in the morning. She is teaching for about 13 nurses who are working in the hospital, teaching yoga. I asked, what are you doing? Sir, they all have problem like me, difficult menstrual cycle. They are working in hospital, all of them are nurses, but now I believe my student, she is telling the truth. Because what benefit I got, these people should get the benefit. And when she told Desikachar, I remember, sir, from 12th year onwards, she was 23 when she was a student, I was taking this much pills every periods. Now no pill. She didn't tell that to me, but she could confide to Desikachar sir. That's the great. That means you could verify that this girl had the benefit, and to pass on the benefit to the other nursing staff there in the hospital. I was really, this incident was really stuck in me. Next one. Yes. This is the greatest thing among the children we noticed. Reduction in hyperactivity, improvement social interaction, drooling, dripping, saliva will be dripping, thumb sucking, gross motor function, that's the biggest thing, wheezing and facial tics. This is another greatest thing. So hyperactive, put them some depressive, that pill. Give them some drugs so that teacher can control. But 11 of them, reduction of drugs. I really tell you, this is marvelous. Great kudos to yoga and to Desikachar for introducing that, because these people were not given drug, they were drugged, so that they can sleep all the time, you can easily manage. But yoga, chuk 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 like that, nil. If they do yoga, definitely. We also tried stopping some people doing yoga at that time, and they developed hyperactivity, and again we tried. These are some of the things, but sure, believe us that you can reduce the drugs for these children. Definitely you can, if they are not sleeping in the class, they can learn more, they can apply, they can be included in the community. That's how the whole thing happened. Next one. Yes, this is what our research result. It is possible we can train the teachers, special educators, definitely. Next one. Yes, definitely we can see definite improvement among the teachers as well as the children with mental retardation. This is a real fact. Next one, ma'am. Yes. And in 1983, we brought that as a book, not a book, as a report. And when I visited, sometime Japan, Korean, Germany and French, these people keeping that our report and started teaching yoga for the mentally handicapped. Then we thought, we should make it as a guidebook, little elaborate. Then I must also tell you, this is what 7th World Congress International for the Mental Deficiency in 1985. We presented the paper that was considered the best paper, got the best paper award. Then this is another, maybe we will talk about that. APA, American Psychology Association, they are the bosses for psychology. I am a member in that. I am a licensed psychologist there. So we presented a paper in 1985 there. Presenting a paper in APA means you should have sound research methodology. The result should be verifiable. It should document. They have accepted the paper. That itself a big honor for us to do that. And then after seeing all those things, we introduced that in India, in the special educators, the educators who try to train the special children, and we made this part of the curriculum yoga. Our Prime Minister is making a lot of impression on yoga, but we made that officially in 1985 itself. We made that as the curriculum for special educators. And next one, no? That is Joseph. This is the lady who is sitting here. The same person. Now, when we got the result, excellent. Our objective was 2, training the special educator. Another one is the benefit for the children with mental retardation. Both we have achieved. Then we thought we will present it as a report. Then I requested Desikachar sir, can we use your photograph in the front page? Desikachar said no. Put that lady and Joseph's picture. They are our guides, he said. Really. This proves 2 things. Desikachar is not interested in cornering the glory for him. And he gives due credit to the hard-working people and the child who really benefited, and he said, we will put this picture. She is preparing, she said, no, we should not put it, but we are giving the personality background of Sri Desikachar, how humane he was, how noble he was. And he said, அந்த அம்மா படமும் இந்த தம்பி படமும் தான் இருக்கணும். See, great. That's great. Then to celebrate the 100th birthday of Krishnamacharya, we made it as a guidebook. But this guidebook is, I'm not satisfied because we took a decision in 3 days and published a book, lot of mistakes and all those things. But it's a good work. Next one. Here I would like to tell. There was a president by name John F. Kennedy. His sister was mentally retarded, Rosemary Kennedy. And with her property, they started many Kennedy Child Study Center in United States. Someone, Dr. Hendrickson from New York, heard about this and came to us, Vijay Human Services and Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, and he was shocked to see how we teach yoga, how the children learn, and he says in this letter, marvelous work, your description of the dealings with yoga and everything, your task analysis of the yoga is marvelous, he said. And they have learnt it. They have learnt it from us and they have used it. Next one. This I must tell you. We introduced in the special teachers curriculum 1985. This is a big body. big experts, psychologists, special educators. I prepared the curriculum. I put 25 hours for yoga. And they said, what is the proof for you? I said, this is the proof. No, this is not enough. There should be many studies. They removed the yoga aspect in 1986. But in 1986, Government of India formed a council called Rehabilitation Council of India, equal to Medical Council of India. Those who work in the field of disability, you should have a license from Rehabilitation Council, then only you can work. They wanted to revise the curriculum. I was heading the department. I put 35 hours for yoga. They said take 50 hours. And that day, 1987 till 2016, today our students appeared for the exam. 2 people, they put lot and they have to teach yoga for the mentally retarded children. They are evaluated, that credit goes to the passing and other things, and it is a compulsory course. They have to go through all of them, not because we are Desikachar students or Krishnamacharya thing. No, it is effective. It is effective. That should be carried out like that, and it is there in anywhere. Any special educator who is trained in the country in the field of mental retardation, they have to study yoga. No escape from that. Next one. Yes. We conducted many workshops to kind of disseminate this information. 10-day workshop, that is Desikachar, next is me, the end is the famous Hindu papers owner, Ram. And the same thing, she is one of our minister's daughter. And the end, the father of Raju standing in this conference, he told the world, my son was taking morning 500 milligrams of Largatril, night 500 milligrams of Largatril. After yoga, it has been removed. When he was going to Bombay, hyperactivity, they have to go by air. They sedate him and they were taking him. After the yoga practice, believe me, no drugs till today. And he is functioning like you and me. And that is the greatness of yoga. That is the knowledge for which we revere our great Desikachar. And next one. We have lot of good write-up in all the newspapers. You can see the papers are little old, how our children do, how all those things, and review for that book, how we achieve this, all those things. And our students say, whenever we talk about that, my hair will go up like this, because we are proud of that. We are proud of that because it's a fact. Next one. Kausthub. This is Menaka Desikachar. Krishnamacharya Desikachar, and probably this is me. Yes, all the yoga teachers. Yesterday when we were taking the picture and putting it. Oh yes, this is a naughty one. Yeah, yes. Right. Mekala. Yesterday she was here. That was Mekala, yes. And I told Madam, search this photo and put it, and she said, everyone is here, I am not here. Because she was with us all through. But the thing is, I told her, both acharyas selected your picture for the Facebook, and the face of the book like that, and that is how the thing. You see, this is American consulate officer's first attaché, this madam. And all this, and these people were selected from all over India, about 25 of them, and trained them to say, disseminate the information. We have, Desikachar funded that, we have not charged a single paisa, and it is for the benefit of the handicapped children. Next one. Yes. Yeah, this is treasure for us to do. This book is a classical book. I think you must read it. All of you should read it. And it's a master, that is Master Speaks. Instead of master, the great Acharya, Desikachar is speaking. Right? Many things we can tell. I do not know, I can take 5 more minutes for you to say, when we were learning yoga, started, and I had sinus. I was treated all over the world. They said, your nose is little bent, so we have to do a surgery. I said, you need not take X-ray, I see every day in the mirror my nose is bent. Why all those things? Then I came, I think it is 1980, I asked Desikachar, sir, I have sinus problem. Then he said, I know that. But you took 3 years for you to believe us, he said. Sir, yes sir, I am a critical person. But the thing is, after that I have not taken medicine for sinus. Believe me, this is the truth. If you do that kind of breathing exercise, you will be all right for sinus. And many things we can say. Krishnamacharya will lie in the couch like this, close his eyes so tightly, and we will be doing the asana here, and he will say, no, you are moving your leg too much. When I told these people, many people didn't believe, then I told them, you come and see. And this genius knows from your breathing, your right leg is oscillating too much. Would you believe this? That is the generation Kausthub. It's a great. It's really great. I am jealous of him because I am not born in the family, but I am in the family like that. But I am telling you, there are so many things we can tell. I take 2 more minutes to tell. These naughty people, the grandchildren, I don't know who did that. I was not in the country, and when he gets up very early in the morning and do all the yogasana, everything, they pulled the chair and he fell when he was 96. He broke his hip. Poor man. So Desikachar took him and admitted him in a hospital. I came. Madam immediately told, Krishnamacharya has been admitted in the hospital. No. I went, just in Mandavali, there's a hospital. He was there, I went. He never took any medicine. He was not allowed anyone to do anything with him. When I went, he saw me, looked at me and said, we call Desikachar, in their family they call him Chinnanna, right? He told me, tell Chinnanna, I know you will be able to tell. If they stay here in the hospital 3 more days, I will die. Exact words. So, sometimes I pick up courage to talk with Desikachar. Sometimes, not always. So, I went and told him, this is the first time the body is going to a hospital. No. So, he said, we respect, we took him and put him into the hospital. in the house. And you won't believe, he started deteriorating very badly. And we could see the bones, bed sores and all. So, Desikachar came to my place and said, "You like my father? Doctor said he will die in 3 days. Why don't you go and see him?" I came. He was sleeping, opened his eyes, slept. Then I went and told this madam, "Madam, take some of the favorite mentally retarded children and show him." When they went, this madam went, he got up and sat and said, "Yesterday Jeyachandran came, that is my name. I was sleeping and treating my body, so I didn't talk to him much. Go and tell him I will not die in 3 days." Slept. And he became all right. The great Desikachar went at that time and he asked his father, if your body, the guru body, falls on the ground, what he should do, the disciple should do. He said, "I will not die." He gauged that and he said, "Yes, 3 more things you have to learn." And he taught him to make him a full acharya. And at that, and this happened in 96 and he died when he was 101. And I must tell you one thing, that his knowledge, some of our student trainees, after marriage 20 years, no childbirth, he will just see them and say, "Okay, you take this rice." She conceived. Such a genius, he could do that. Same thing Desikachar was also doing. And the knowledge, everything, wisdom, he got it from them. And many things we can tell about them, and unbelievable things, many things happen. And he will call, at that age, he will call and say, "How is Joseph? How is Raju? And the lady eppadi irukanga?" Like that he will inquire everything. But finally, this is what I thought I must tell. I do not know whether Kausthub knows all those things. He was a very young lad. When Krishnamacharya died, at that spiritual ceremony, there are 4 pallbearers. I came and stood there and said, "No, no one should do that." When I was in the 9th standard of my study, I studied an English poetry, grammarian's funeral, the teacher's funeral. The teacher was carried by the students. I told him, "We will carry." I really became emotional. All of them who carried had PhDs, IIT PhDs, psychologists. That's the great respect we gave it to the teacher, and marvelous tradition. And that's what you are here, I am here. The yoga bringing together, it has brought us together. That's a great thing. Kausthub had done that. I am very happy. The next one. That is Rig Veda. This is from Taittiriya Upanishad. I like to, this is, I do not know, I must tell this. There are a lot of explanation for this Nararaja's dancing. But one explanation I like is, the outer side is a fire. In his head, he has Ganges. And he is standing on the earth. His hair is fluttering on this air, and he is standing in Akash, the 5 elements of this earth. Earth, air, fire, water, this thing, ether. And it says, I like this picture, I put it, nothing to do with this, but it says, I cannot pronounce Sanskrit that much, but it says very clearly, may through the guidance of the right teacher. Before that I will tell. In the right hand he has the drum. From the drum he made the Om. Desikachar and other people, they made a cassette, Vedic chanting. I do not know whether you have a copy of that. And someone took it and they never returned it to us. In that he explains all these things. And that brings a sound Om, cosmic vibration. And this man, supposed to be a man, not man, energy, just circles and created the cosmos. That's the picture's meaning, which I like. So, may through the guidance of the right teacher, see the truth pervading in the animate and the inanimate in the vast cosmic space. That's how the right teacher I have found in Desikachar, and the same place you are also here, and we have found the right teacher. Thank you for giving me this time for meeting you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.